Alright, today I'm going to talk about, to be honest, I want to talk about the state, the economy, but to make this make sense, right, like, this video is kind of going to be all over the place, but it all pertains to the economy, right? I'm just going to say that out there as a forewarning, you know? So, if we're going to talk about politics first, and what it has to do with the economy, right? Like, I kind of want to get into the fact that one thing after all the Epstein files and stuff came out, right? I thought that was going to be the biggest deal since sliced bread. And honest to God, because again, I'm a young person, I'm a Gen Z, right? I really don't, yes, everybody talks about it online, but in real life, nobody cares, it seems, right? Now, where I'm going with this is it's like with political parties and people making their whole persona be based upon politics and politicians, you would think that when it comes out that both of these parties are controlled by AIPAC and Israel, and politicians are literally bought out for like $10 and they are holding other people's interests instead of our own in this country, that people would actually wake up and realize that, when it comes to the economy, right? Like, here's a good example. You know how, in Biden's presidency, people clown the guy, right? Now, hold on. A quick thing is, I'm not a Democrat, not a Republican. That's retarded. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, people clown on him. He's like, I did that to the oil prices or whatever. It was going up, inflation was higher or whatever. And then, for some reason, he also got blamed for everything that happened from COVID, right? Which is very interesting because the people who voted for Trump didn't realize that Trump was in office when the COVID policies were enacted, and he didn't do anything, And then Biden just literally used those same policies. So they both fucking suck. But your guy caused it, dumbass, and he couldn't even fucking figure that out. So I don't know why he got elected again. You thought he was gonna fix the thing he fucked up. All right. Now the point where how this affects the economy is coming up. All right. So the point is, people will get behind Democrats. Oh, Kamala's gonna fix this, or Biden's gonna do that, or Obama did this, or they'll say Trump's gonna, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, you don't actually understand anything about the U.S. economy. Politicians don't control that shit, buddy. Especially, at least they don't now. They're not controlled. They're not in control of this country. All right? The Pentagon hasn't passed an internal audit ever? Just based off that alone, the economy's cooked. Now, I'm going to give you a little financial drop of advice, or not advice, a little thing here, right? So, the U.S. economy, I think we're like $41 trillion in debt now in this fucking Iran war. I just learned in finance class, because I'm going to school for that, the U.S. economy is not based on anything. It's based on nothing. It's based on intrinsic value, basically how the stock market works. But, usually, in most of history, at least, it was based on gold, things that were real. And so, if gold went down, your currency went down. The only reason why the United States economy hasn't crashed yet is because we're based on the petrodollar, right? It's based in the Middle East, which is what we're going to war with. Which means that these countries, or the resources that they export, is the basis of our entire empire. Because if these rich-ass companies don't provide oil for gas, for farming and whatever the fuck else, our economy will stop. I'm driving a car right now. Everybody drives cars in this country. How the fuck are you gonna get to work without a car? There's no infrastructure. Because we're spending, $70 billion giving it to Israel. We're spending more money giving it to senior citizens who want to fucking shit on young people all the time, but then ask for socialism, for social security, but not give it to us. And I mean younger people as in 50 and below. This isn't a shit on only, older people over the 25. I'm fucking 20. I'm talking about people who are the boomer generation. These motherfuckers, yes. And I even have grandparents who live off social security, bro. It's not fucking fair. Our government spends goddamn near 70% its fucking budget on Social Security, and it's a pyramid scheme, meaning you need more younger people to give the money, because in that way it's less money out of each younger person. So in theory it would make sense, right? Because that's what fucking FDR did after the Great Depression and whatnot, to help people get money, you know. But the thing is if you've been alive for fucking 80 goddamn years and you're not investing, what the fuck are you doing? You don't fucking deserve to live at that point, dumbass. You know, it pisses me off because we don't have that pyramid anymore. There's not a little old people and a lot of young people. If you look at the birth rates, I think Gen Z was like 1/3 the size of millennials. Gen Alpha, they've been around since 2012 and they're barely there. You know, yes, you might see some poor people having like 4 kids, but that's not representative of most young people. So how the fuck is Gen Alpha or Gen Beta or whatever the fuck, how are they gonna pay for my Social Security? Like, do you see what I'm saying? It's stupid. So that's one aspect of the economy, right? And when I was talking about the political affiliations, people still are gonna go midterms and vote Democrat and Republican. You wake up, dumbass. That's literally just fucking Israel. Or if you don't want to talk about that, fine. That's control. That's other countries with hands in our pockets. Not a goddamn thing do they do for us. Name one good fucking thing a Democrat or Republican has fucking done since World War II, motherfucker. I swear to God. You know what I mean? Politicians spend all their fucking time trying to get in office, and then when they get in office, they spend all their goddamn money, taxpayer money, to stay in office, which means they do no fucking work. You know, like when I voted for the first time in the election for the presidency, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna vote third party. I think because at the time people are like, man, we don't like Trump, we don't like everybody's gonna vote third party. You know, they're not controlled, or at least if they are, at least it's not by Israel, I guess, right? No, nobody fucking votes third party, retard. There's no such thing as a two-party system. It's not a thing. It's only a thing because this country is fucking stupid. Do you see what I'm saying? Most people are asleep. Wake up, goddammit. Like, holy fuck. People will look at you. They look at the files. They look and see what the fuck's going on, and then they go back to voting for Democrats and Republicans. Big brother boy, if nobody voted for these fucking people and they still won, they would literally come out and say they're controlling the world because they didn't put in the person that we voted for. You see what I'm fucking saying? And by the way, the United States is not a democracy. This is a republic. I don't know why everybody keeps fucking saying that. You know, and even then, it's a republic barely. You know what I mean? It's like, think about it. When we vote, it goes to the electoral college, right? They vote for us. Why is what the fuck's the point of voting? That's why I'm done. So this kind of thing is about the economy, where I'm trying to get to is when people want to talk about why isn't the economy, it's like, bro, because, you know, the people in fucking power are put there by retards who make America great again. Yes, bro, get this pedophile in office, the guy who rapes women, yeah. Or Sleepy Joe, I don't do anything. Yeah, he's gonna, you know, he was there with Obama, you know, because like people want to put shit like ICE on Trump. Motherfucker, Obama was like the fucking first guy to put millions of Mexicans in cages in fucking Texas. He did that. He just didn't post about it on social media. Trump likes it, so he does that. But like, so don't fucking sit there and talk about Democrats. No, they don't. They did slavery. People want to talk about the party switch. Motherfucker, it's the same fucking party. They're all wealthy elites. Go look this shit up. It's verified facts. The first people who fucking came to America and colonized this fucking country, literally, a lot of their descendants have been presidents. How does that even mathematically make sense? With how many other people are born here? What the fuck does that tell you about our system? I know I titled this video The Economy, but I might change it. But the point is, it's like, you can't sit there and talk about the economy and use the confines of what the fucking elites are giving you. Oh, well, you know, we need to vote Democrat, we need to go together. Hey, no, shut the fuck up, dumbass. Nothing's gonna fucking change. I'm gonna make a prediction. Here's my prediction. Democrats will be voted in, and keep in mind, Democrats are also controlled by AIPAC and Israel. It doesn't matter if it's a Gen Z politician either. to run for politics in this country, they will integrate you into the system. Look at people like JFK. This dude didn't kiss that wall, and he said he wanted to get rid of the CIA, and they fucking killed him. The CIA also killed Martin Luther King Jr. too. Nobody, they literally released that, and nobody said anything. Nobody cares. That's my fucking problem. I guess that my title is nobody cares. You know, because it's like the government literally comes out and tells you that most celebrities in Hollywood are fucking children, and it's like we still give people platforms. You know what I'm saying? And you think that going and voting is gonna change anything. It's not gonna change anything until people feel hurt, dude. Now, I'm not saying you'll fucking stone people and shit, but it's like this idea. It's like, I don't understand. Like, I think a better thing would be just boycott voting in general.